California's housing market is shaking, and not just from earthquakes. In 2025, some of the Golden State's hottest cities are cooling off fast. Home prices are sliding, listings are piling up, and for the first time in years, buyers are calling the shots. So, where are prices in freefall? Which cities are seeing inventory explosions? And is your dream home about to lose $50,000 in value overnight? From tech hubs to famous beach towns, let's dive into the 10 California cities where home prices are expected to crash in 2025. Number 10. Los Angeles. Los Angeles has always dazzled with palm-lined streets, luxury homes, and that irresistible Hollywood glow. But behind the scenes, the market is slipping fast. In 2025, red flags are everywhere. Median home prices across LA County are still around $850,000, but they're sliding, with neighborhoods seeing 2 to 4% price drops year over year. Doesn't sound like much? With nearly million-dollar homes, even 2% equals a staggering $17,000 lost. Inventory is up 50% year over year. There are more homes, but fewer people want them. Sellers are slashing prices like it's Black Friday. Over 40% of listings in early 2025 had reductions, nearly double from just 2 years ago. And it's not just Beverly Hills. Mid-tier neighborhoods like Northridge, West Adams, and Eagle Rock are cooling off. Buyers are driving hard bargains and closing deals well under asking price. One of the main culprits? Mortgage rates. With 30-year fixed rates stuck near 6.8 to 7%, the average payment on an LA home is now over $5,500 with 20% down, compared to $3,800 just a few years ago. That's pricing out entire swaths of would-be buyers, especially as inflation lingers and jobs disappear in tech, media, and entertainment. If you're finding this deep dive into California's housing shifts crucial, please gently hit that subscribe button to discover the nation. Your support helps us bring you more vital insights like this. Let's not forget the insurance crisis. In wildfire zones, major insurers have pulled out, making insurance almost impossible or outrageously expensive. That's adding hundreds, sometimes thousands to monthly costs, crushing affordability. Bottom line, LA still looks glamorous, but the market is flickering. Rising costs, fewer buyers, and mounting inventory could turn the city of dreams into California's biggest real estate cautionary tale in 2025.
Number 9. Stockton. Stockton's always been a roller coaster. It was ground zero in the 2008 crash, with prices cut in half and the city forced into bankruptcy. Now, in 2025, those same deep cracks are showing again, threatening to unravel the fragile gains of the past decade. Median prices just peaked around $480,000, but have already dipped by 3% recently, and this could be just the start of a far more brutal slide. The market's foundation is visibly crumbling. Inventory has shot up over 45% year over year, flooding the market with homes no one wants. Properties that once vanished in under a month are now sitting for an agonizing 44 days or longer. Stockton's recent brief resurgence was largely propped up by Bay Area buyers during the pandemic, seeking affordable escapes and leveraging remote work. But as remote work policies fade and the grind of office commutes returns, that vital pipeline of external demand is drying up to a trickle. Add in stubborn 7% mortgage rates and increasingly tougher loan requirements, and a growing segment of local buyers are simply priced out, watching from the sidelines. The local job market is acutely shaky. Unemployment consistently hovers around 7%, and wages continue to lag desperately behind inflated living costs. Even younger aspiring homebuyers are sitting on their hands, paralyzed by uncertainty and hoping for a better, cheaper deal next year. If history's any guide, Stockton swings harder than most. It's not a total collapse yet, but the warning signs couldn't be clearer. 2025 may indeed be the year Stockton turns cold, ushering in a painful new chapter for its homeowners. Number 8. Riverside. Riverside used to be the affordable LA, a promised land for those priced out of the coastal frenzy, a place where the American dream in California felt within reach. But in 2025, even the Inland Empire isn't immune to California's accelerating market chaos. Median prices here recently hovered around $575,000, but are now down 2.5% year over year, with analysts predicting far more pain to come. This is a brutal reversal after experiencing over 40% growth during the pandemic, transforming former boom into looming bust. The real problem tearing through Riverside's market is an overwhelming inventory surge. Listings are up a staggering 50% compared to last year, creating an extreme surplus. Homes that once vanished in days are now sitting for over a month, even 40, 50 days, with a chilling 36% of all listings experiencing price cuts, many multiple times. Buyers are now firmly in control, and the desperation among sellers is palpable, triggering panic. Meanwhile, the very investors who fueled Riverside's recent boom are fleeing en masse, often dumping properties at a loss just to escape before values fall further. New home builders who flooded the outskirts with supply during the boom are now adding to the glut, leaving completed homes empty. The buy now or be priced out forever era is dead here. If you're finding this crucial information for understanding California's market shifts and want to protect your investment, please gently hit that subscribe button to discover the nation. Your support powers our in-depth investigations. If prices keep slipping and inventory continues to balloon, Riverside's once radiant real estate glow could tragically fade for good in 2025, leaving a trail of financial regret for those who bought into its fleeting dream.
Number 7. Bakersfield. Bakersfield used to be affectionately called the last affordable city in California, a beacon of hope for first-time buyers, retirees, and countless folks desperately fleeing the crushing high-cost metros. It was a magnet for value seekers. But in 2025, even Bakersfield, once the exception, is getting hammered, and its affordability promise is turning into a cruel illusion. Prices are already down 1.7% this year. Inventory is up a staggering 48%, and sellers are visibly sweating, realizing their moment in the sun has passed. The painful twist? Even affordable isn't truly affordable anymore for local incomes. At nearly 7% mortgage rates, the monthly payments of around $2,800 a month on an average $385,000 home are a killer for a city where most households earn under $60,000 a year. This affordability gap is now creating widespread financial strain. Compounding the burden, relentlessly rising gas prices, persistent inflation eating into every household budget, and skyrocketing insurance costs, especially after California's recent wildfires and droughts, they're all piling up, making home ownership a precarious balancing act. The rental market is also cooling, scaring off investors who are pulling out, and even long-term landlords are now listing properties for sale, adding to the growing glut. If you're finding this crucial information for understanding California's market risks and want to make smart moves, please gently hit that subscribe button to discover the nation. We're committed to bringing you the truth. It's not a free fall yet, but Bakersfield's real estate market is undeniably losing steam, fast, and its once celebrated affordability is rapidly becoming a bittersweet memory. Number 6. San Jose. San Jose was the golden goose, the undisputed tech capital, a city fueled by endless innovation, high-demand jobs, and seemingly limitless million-dollar homes. It was a place where property values only ever went up, and the housing market felt immune to gravity. But in 2025, even the heart of Silicon Valley is slowing, and the golden sheen is starting to dull. Median prices peaked at a dizzying $1.4 million, but now they're visibly falling, with 1.2 to 2% year-over-year dips being widely reported, and analysts predicting even more softening to come. What's fundamentally changed in this once unshakable market? The answer lies at the core of its wealth: tech. Waves of tech layoffs at firms like Google, Meta, and hundreds of smaller startups are hitting hard, eroding job security and buyer confidence. Remote work, once the engine of migration, is losing its shine as companies demand a return to the office, eliminating a key buyer demographic. And perhaps most importantly, buyers, even the high earners, are finally refusing to pay through the nose just for proximity to an office or the prestige of a Silicon Valley address. Mortgage rates stubbornly stuck near 7% mean a $1.4 million home now costs over $9,200 a month before taxes and insurance, a figure that, even for high earners, forces a harsh reevaluation of priorities. Housing inventory is up a significant 35% across the metro, and homes that once flew off the market in a blistering 10 days during the 2021 frenzy are now sitting for over a month. A chilling 30% of all listings now see price cuts, a desperate attempt by sellers to attract dwindling interest. While San Jose won't likely see a total collapse, its immense wealth cushion provides a buffer, but the market is undeniably correcting hard. Even entry-level homes, once fought over, are getting marked down. For aspiring buyers, you won't witness a complete implosion, but for the first time in years, you actually have leverage, and the era of endless appreciation is definitively over.
Number 5. Ventura. Ventura's got everything: a captivating coastal charm, a laid-back surf culture, and neighborhoods that countless people dream about. It's the picture of Californian paradise. But in 2025, even this slice of heaven can't escape the state's deepening housing downturn. Median prices are still around $820,000, up just a meager 0.4% in the last year, a virtual flatline, and analysts are grimly predicting that figure may turn negative very soon. The real problem eroding Ventura's market is a noticeable stagnation. Inventory is up a significant 41% in Ventura County, meaning more homes are sitting idle on the market. The average time a property spends waiting for an offer is rapidly rising, especially in once hot spots like Oxnard and Camarillo. A chilling nearly third of all listings are now seeing price reductions, a clear sign of seller desperation, and buyers are increasingly pausing, content to negotiate aggressively or simply wait for better deals. With mortgage rates hovering stubbornly near 7%, the monthly payments on a median $820,000 home are now a staggering $5,600 a month, and that's before the truly wild card: insurance. Some homeowners are reporting insurance rates jumping an unthinkable 20 to 30% year over year for coastal properties, adding hundreds, sometimes thousands to monthly costs, crushing affordability. Ventura still looks like a postcard, idyllic and serene, but the financial shine is rapidly fading. If rates stay stubbornly high and buyers continue to wait, Ventura could tragically be in for a chillier 2025 than anyone wants to admit, proving that even paradise isn't immune to market reality. Number 4. Oakland. Oakland used to be hailed as San Francisco's affordable neighbor. Same stunning bay views, often better weather, and significantly lower prices. It was the dream for those clinging to the Bay Area. But in 2025, the party in Oakland is definitively over. Median home prices are now $767,000, down a painful 6% from last year, a massive fall, especially after its 2021 boom. The core reason for Oakland's dramatic reversal? The very buyers who fueled its recent surge have fled. Tech buyers, who once poured across the bridge during the remote work craze, are not rushing back as companies demand a return to office. Adding to the city's woes are a visible surge in property crime, rising commercial vacancies, and persistently slow local economic growth, all contributing to a pervasive atmosphere of caution that chills buyer sentiment. A 7% mortgage on a $540,000 monthly payment on a $767,000 house is now a staggering $5,400 a month, and that's way out of reach for the vast majority of local incomes. If you're finding this crucial information for understanding California's market shifts and want to make smarter decisions, please gently hit that subscribe button to discover the nation. Your support powers our in-depth investigations. The market symptoms are stark and undeniable. Inventory is up a staggering 50%, with homes sitting for agonizing periods. A chilling over 40% of all listings had price cuts in early 2025.
with many properties in West Oakland and Fruitvale seeing even deeper, more desperate discounts. Even once highly sought-after spots like Rockridge and Piedmont are barely holding on, experiencing a noticeable slowdown. Flippers, investors, and even first-time buyers who stretched are now pulling back en masse. Even condos and townhomes, once an entry point, are sitting unsold. This isn't just a market correction, it's a painful reset. Oakland is now undeniably one of California's most vulnerable big cities in 2025, a stark reminder that even the affordable alternative can come crashing down.
Number 3. Sacramento. Sacramento was the darling of the pandemic boom, with Bay Area buyers flooding in. Home prices jumped 40% from 2020 to 2022, but now the party's over. Median prices are now around $495,000, down from a $540,000 peak and 2.5% lower than last year. Inventory has surged 46% since 2024. Homes once sold in bidding wars now sit for over a month, and 36% of all listings have price cuts. Neighborhoods like Elk Grove, Natomas, and Rancho Cordova are seeing big markdowns. The buy now or lose out frenzy is over. Affordability is the real killer. At nearly 7% mortgage rates, a median home requires $3,800 a month, which is just too much for many. Sacramento's economy, driven by government and healthcare, can't create the wage growth seen in tech cities, so buyers are cautious. Sacramento won't crash like 2008, but it's absolutely resetting. For patient buyers, 2025 might be the best time to snag a deal in years. But if you look closer, there's a sense of unease settling in across Sacramento's neighborhoods. What was once seen as the affordable, logical alternative to the Bay Area is now facing its own reckoning. Local real estate agents report that open houses aren't nearly as busy as they were even a year ago. If you're finding this crucial information for understanding current market trends, please gently hit that subscribe button to Discover the Nation. Your support helps us continue these in-depth analyses. A big factor? Taxes and insurance costs are rising too. Many first-time buyers who stretched their budgets to leave the Bay Area are realizing that owning in Sacramento isn't as cheap as it looked on paper, especially when you add in skyrocketing utility costs and the ever-present risk of wildfire or drought insurance hikes. Some investors who bought in at the peak are now facing negative cash flow and tough choices. Plus, with fewer buyers able to qualify for high monthly payments, sellers are getting creative, offering rate buydowns or covering closing costs just to seal the deal. The overall vibe in Sacramento? Cautious, uncertain, and very different from the buying frenzy of 2021 and 2022. Locals are waiting for clarity, and the once red-hot housing market is cooling. For those with patience, 2025 could turn out to be the most buyer-friendly year Sacramento has seen in over a decade. Number 2. San Diego. San Diego is California's eternal paradise. Sun, surf, tacos, and some of the most expensive real estate in the country. But even paradise is cooling. Median prices are $875,000, but after years of gains, we're finally seeing a real dip. Values have dropped about 2.1% in the past year, and it could get worse if rates stay high. Inventory is up a staggering 61% year over year, over 6,000 homes for sale, compared to under 4,000 last year. Nearly 40% of listings have price cuts, and days on market now exceed 40. Just 2 years ago, it was closer to 10. Affordability fatigue is real. A 7% mortgage means $6,000 plus payments even for dual-income households. The average local income? About $85,000. The math just doesn't add up. The job market is cooling too, especially in tech-adjacent sectors and tourism. Short-term rental restrictions are scaring off Airbnb investors. Despite the sunshine, San Diego is tilting toward buyers. 2025 might be the first year in a decade where patience pays off. But beneath the sunny headlines, there's growing unease among local homeowners, agents, and investors alike. For years, San Diego was seen as crash-proof, the city everyone wanted to move to, thanks to its unbeatable climate and lifestyle.
Now even highly sought-after neighborhoods like La Jolla, Del Mar, and Pacific Beach are seeing multiple price reductions and slower sales. Open houses that once drew a line down the street are now sparsely attended, and coming soon listings are sitting much longer than sellers expected. The city's luxury condo market is particularly vulnerable, with developers offering incentives and fee waivers just to get deals done. New city rules and competition from other short-term markets mean rental returns are falling, forcing some owners to list their properties for sale, further flooding the market. Plus, the influx of new apartment construction downtown and in Mission Valley is putting downward pressure on rents and raising vacancy rates. San Diego's economy is still diverse, but with job growth slowing and inflation biting into household budgets, even longtime locals are whispering that a true correction, maybe even a mild crash, could finally be on the horizon. Paradise, it turns out, isn't immune to market reality.
Finally, at number 1, we have San Francisco. San Francisco, the tech capital, city of bridges, and home of sky-high prices. But in 2025, this crown jewel is cracking. Median prices have dropped to $1.12 million, down $40,000 from 2024, a 3.5% slide. Some condo markets and fringe neighborhoods are down even more. The Bay Area boom is reversing, thanks to tech layoffs, remote work, and sky-high living costs. A $1.12 million home, even with 20% down, means a $7,500 a month mortgage before HOAs and taxes. Buyers are over it. Inventory's up 43% in a year. Homes that once got 10-plus offers now sit 45 to 50 days without a single bid. More than 35% of listings are discounted, and even the hottest neighborhoods are feeling the pinch. Remote work means former residents now buy mansions in Boise or Austin for the same price as a tiny SF apartment. Add in homelessness, safety issues, and transit headaches, and even longtime locals are leaving. San Francisco won't collapse completely. It's still a global magnet, but the shine is gone. For the first time, real estate here feels negotiable. If you've waited to buy, 2025 could be your shot at a rare deal. If you're finding this crucial information for understanding market vulnerabilities, please gently hit that subscribe button to discover the nation. Your support powers our in-depth investigations. But beneath that high-profile exterior, San Francisco's market is facing challenges it hasn't seen in a generation. In iconic neighborhoods like Noe Valley and Pacific Heights, homes are quietly being delisted or relisted at much lower prices as sellers try to navigate a buyer's market. Headlines about crime, retail closures, and persistent homelessness are pushing some would-be buyers to consider Oakland, the peninsula, or even moving out of state. Remote workers who once drove demand for every available home are hesitating as layoffs and hiring freezes loom. Even rental prices are falling, with thousands of vacant units dotting the skyline, something almost unimaginable just a few years ago. The commercial market is also a warning sign. San Francisco's reputation as a place where real estate only goes up has finally cracked. For buyers, it's a moment of opportunity if they're brave enough to bet that the bottom is near. For sellers, 2025 will be a test of patience and flexibility in a city that's learning, for the first time in decades, what a real estate slowdown truly feels like. Final thoughts? The message is clear. California's real estate landscape is shifting dramatically. Stay informed. Stay vigilant. Its beaches still call, its skies are still blue, but beneath the sunshine, the cracks are showing, especially in the housing market. From Los Angeles to Sacramento, from once booming suburbs to iconic cities, buyers are waking up to a new reality. The same homes that soared in price just 2 years ago are now sinking. This isn't just a slowdown, it's a reckoning. Overbuilding, inflated pricing, sky-high insurance, and shaky rental returns have left many Californians and hopeful newcomers holding the bag. And in some cities, that bag is full of falling equity and rising regret. The American dream didn't disappear here, but it did get distorted. So if you're looking to buy in California, be cautious, be informed, be strategic. Not every palm tree hides a paradise. Some are planted in markets that won't recover for years.
Don't forget to like this video, share it with anyone who needs to see this vital information, and of course, hit that subscribe button for more in-depth analyses from Discover the Nation. We'll see you in the next video, because sometimes knowing where not to buy can be the best investment decision of all.